morning, everyone. We'll call our meeting to order. First item we have is bill introductions. Any bill introductions? Seeing none, we'll move on to, we'll have a hearing on House Bill 2712, establishing the Kansas Commission for the United States Semi-Quincentennial. And we'll start with the reviser's overview with David Weiss, Office of the Reviser of Statutes. David, welcome committee.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning. It's nice early morning committee this morning. House Bill 2712 would establish the Kansas Commission for the United States Semi-Quincentennial. That's the 250th anniversary of America's founding. It's coming up in 2026. And it would establish the commission, and this commission would coordinate local and national efforts to mark the event, the 250th anniversary of America's founding. The commission's charge would be to plan, encourage, and coordinate the commemoration of the 250th anniversary of the founding of the United States, and to recognize the impact of this event on the people of Kansas and the nation's past, present, and future, and cooperate with the United States Semi-Quincentennial Commission and various state agencies, boards, commissions, departments, political subdivisions, to execute commemorative events and implement educational activities and celebrations related to the Semi-Quincentennial of the United States. The commission would be housed within the Department of Commerce, and the commission would have 20 members. Listed out 20 members, the 20 members there in the brief. I won't go through each one of those, but unless somebody has a particular question, it does involve, there are legislators on the commission, there are some state employees by virtue of their position, and then there are also private sector groups that are being represented as well. The commission would hold meetings throughout the state at times and locations determined by the chairperson, would be selected by a majority vote of the commission, and may serve up to 2 consecutive 2-year terms as the chairperson. I will say the first meeting of the commission would be called by the state region of the Kansas Society Daughters of the American Revolution, or the state region's designee, just to kind of have that first organizational meeting. Members would serve when members would not receive compensation for the work on the commission, and non-legislative members would not receive any allowances for mileage or reimbursement or per diem. Members would serve as long as they hold the position that they were appointed from, and then vacancies would be reappointed in the same manner as the original appointment. The commission would be required to hold public meetings to solicit input in developing programs for the Semi-Quincentennial, and would be required to create a website to share the plans for the celebration. The commission is required to submit a report to the governor, the legislature, and Department of Commerce that contains the commission's specific recommendations, the projected number of jobs created, the economic impact and geographic impact, and how the success of the commission can be measured. The commission is required to submit an annual report to those same parties beginning in 2023 on how funds are spent and whether the commission is meeting its goals. A fund is established in Section 7 of the bill to allow the commission to receive gifts and donations. There's no appropriations for the commission in the bill. It would just be based on these gifts and grants and donations. The commission will be authorized to procure supplies, services, and property, enter into contracts, and expend any funds received subject to appropriations. All such actions by the commission must be approved by a majority vote of the commission. And then on December 31, 2027, the commission would sunset, and all funds and liabilities that would be transferred to and imposed on the Department of Commerce in their operating expenditures account, and any property in possession of the commission at that time may be donated to local municipalities or other state agencies. The House made no amendments to 2712 and passed the bill on March 17, 2022 by a vote of 119 to 1. And I can stand for any questions, Mr. Chairman.
Questions for David? Seeing none, thank you, David. Next, we'll have proponents, Representative Susan Estes, District 87. Susan, welcome committee.
Thank you very much. It's an honor to be here, and thank you for hearing this bill. I know less is more this time of the year. We all have a lot to catch up on, but I can't start without thanking Senator Hawk. He was one of the people who helped draft the original bill. When my husband was first elected to Congress, I became aware of this semi-quintennial effort and was involved in the national effort, and then got here to the State House and found there were a group who was already equally excited about getting this moving forward, and joined in that effort because I love America. My childhood memories were difficult at times. My mom almost died from cancer when I was a kid, but at the same time that was going on, the bicentennial was going on. And I had a grandfather who chose to come to America and bring my father with him and the rest of the family from Cuba. And my grandfather died young, but my love of America is something that I got from him, and how grateful we are to be in a country where we get to be free. But I want to just leave the time open for questions, but I'll point out a few things. You'll notice the bill is very, very specific on how we make sure that we're doing well for Kansas with this effort. The reporting requirements, making sure that we're being mindful of promoting Kansas products. That's why we have Sunflower Foundation in there, why we have Department of Commerce in there. Some of the other choices reflect a way that Kansas shined in 1976. We were a leader in the nation. We received national recognition for the All-American Indian Center because in 76, part of the purpose of that was to create a healing dialogue between indigenous populations in our country, and that was a project that shone above many others in the U.S. to do that. And our state fair, and this is why the state fair is on the list of groups, received national recognition for the really outstanding programming they did and how they tied the theme into the fair that year and the activities that they had. And we are really, really behind. Philadelphia has already planted 250 trees. So they've gone out, raised the money, they've gotten started, and we cannot begin to raise money until we get through this process. So your help would be greatly appreciated, and I'll be happy to take any questions that you have.
Thank you. Questions? Senator Hawk.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Representative Estes, I want to thank you for your leadership in this area, and Representative Carlin. And we have other testimony here from Susan Metzger, who's actually worked very hard on this. And I especially appreciate your comments in terms of your history and what we did in the bicentennial. I think this is a great opportunity for us to shine as Kansans again. So thank you for being here.
Thank you, my pleasure. And the other two have worked extremely hard. So thank you for acknowledging them.
Other questions? Seeing none, thank you, Representative. Committee, I'd also point out we have written only by Susan Metzger, Kansas Daughters of the American Revolution. Are there any opponents here today? Seeing none, are there any neutrals? Seeing none, we will close our hearing on House Bill 2712. Senator Clays.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I move that we pass out HB 2712 favorably.
Second by Senator Fagg. Are there any questions, discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Committee, Senator Hawk.
Just a thought, and I don't know if this is a good idea, since it's a non-controversial nature, would it be helpful to put it on the consent calendar, or would it be better to have it?
I think if we're going to do it, we'll probably get it on the calendar tomorrow because in 3 days we're going to be gone.
And oh, that's right. And we do have somebody on our committee that has some say about that.
Okay.
Great. Just what I wanted to hear. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Any other questions or discussion? Seeing none, we are adjourned. Thank you for coming in early.